Okay, so I want to say in advance, sorry if the quality of the audio and the editing is not as good, because I literally have hours to make this, like a few hours. I'm packing for France. I'm gonna go on holiday, which means I won't upload anything like 2 or 3 weeks after this. But that does give me more time to like work on the actual proper scripted videos where I can write my scripts. But anyway, the French Camp Season 5 cast has just been revealed, and I want to talk about it a little. I'm going to start with the new cast, because I don't have nearly as much to say about them. But first off, we have Ara and Finn, who are kind of the two of the characters who have got the most attention, I would say. They definitely look both like they're going to be sort of antagonists, like just the sinister grin. And the design of Finn, it's kind of giving MK and Rhea vibes, you know? In my personal opinion, my prediction is Ao's going to be the main antagonist, and Finn's going to be sort of maybe a fake-out antagonist, or just a secondary antagonist, or someone who's like a rival antagonist in the similar vein as like you got your Lindas and your Yulls, pretty much. I think that's what they're going to be. I think they both look really cool. They're probably going to be some of my favourites of the cast. Bruno, I am sorry, I do not give a single fuck about you, like literally nothing to say. I'm sorry if this is one of your favourite new characters, I really don't care about him. Moving on. Evie looks annoying, and I hate her. That's it. I mean, then again, that is what I say about Natalia, and now she's one of my favourites of the season, so, whoopsies, I guess we'll have to see. Oliwia? Is that a typo for Olivia? I can't tell. If anyone's called Oliwia, or however you pronounce it, I'm sorry, but, she looks like an early boot. Nothing much to say. Sam, I can tell, is probably going to get on my nerves, but it's probably going to be an early boot anyway, so it doesn't matter. Nura, okay, I like her. Definitely giving off Tringy vibes for sure. Tristan vibes for sure, sorry. Tringy is like a common word in my vocabulary, because of how much I love the ship. And I'm so mad Tristan's not returned, but that is not for now. We've gotten a little sidetracked. Nura, you look cool. I like you. Manu definitely looks like he's going to be a chill guy, but also like a shocking early boot. I think he'll be significant enough to the story, but also get out pretty early, if you understand what I mean. Ernesto? Oh, hell yeah. Probably one of the best designs of the cast, maybe even the best. I don't really know what his deal is yet, but it definitely looks like he's going to be a fun character. I know Dunia looks like she's going to be important, but I honestly think she's going to be a shocking final pre-merge boot. You know, Odd Nation Cartoons likes to do that quite a bit, which does annoy me sometimes, but whatever. She looks pretty cool, maybe a bit insane, I don't know, we'll see. Ren Aubrey, I save for last. Well, not really, they're just conveniently the two last characters, because they definitely got the two best designs in my opinion. I don't know what it is I like about Ren. I think it's probably just the fact that her eyes are covered up by their hair. I have no idea why, but I just love characters with that sort of design. I'm a bit weird like that, but whatever. Aubrey also looks really cool. She kind of gives me vibes on that one character from Wednesday. You know, I forgot her name, but you know the one. I don't know. I forgot what her name is, but she just looks really cool. Again, can't really figure out what her deal is, but she looks important. And now moving on to the favourites, and well, you read the title. I'm going to defend this because this has not been the most well-received thing ever, and I want to defend it, you know? Some of the characters aren't that defendable, but I think I'm going to go on my opinions on each character from least controversial to most controversial, pretty much, so let's get on to it. First up was Lake, and this was to absolutely nobody's surprise because Jared kind of leaked this. Whoopsie daisy. Lake is definitely the most understandable, well, at least one of the most understandable characters to bring back. It makes complete sense why, you know. She is definitely a fan favourite, I would say. She's a pretty beloved character. I have not seen any Lake haters, which is fair because she's incredibly decent, but she did not exactly have a deep run in All Stars, so she also has a lot to expand on. Obviously, with Rosa and Aiden returning as well, she's got those dynamics to sort of work off, so I'm just really curious to see what they're going to do with her, and I'm just excited. I think this is a good one. Next, we've got Rosa, who is probably the most deserving of Gen 1 and Gen 2 to return, because she's the only one of these who wasn't in All-Stars. Now, me personally, I think Rose is a tad overrated for me, but that's just going off of the DC5 Camp 2 beta season. I liked her in episodes 10 and 13, But other than that, I thought she was pretty bland for the most part. I think that just comes down to, like, the voice delivery, voice acting. I no disrespect to the original voice actress, but, just the animation as well, it wasn't as good back then. It's more of a Adventure Camp 2 problem than a Rosemary problem itself. I'm really looking forward to seeing her in the Season 2 remake, which is probably going to make her way better of a character to me. And yeah, I just think she's going to be really good in this season as well, so I'm excited for that. Benji, oh boy, I am really happy to see this guy again. I don't know if you can tell from all the videos I've made on him, but Benji is my favourite Adventure Camp character of all time, like, easily. He's so funny. I'm very happy. Although I do need to get into this a bit. Tristan is not here. What the fuck? I think Tristan might genuinely be the most wasted character in Adventure Camp history, you know. Tristan is, first off, amazing non-binary representative, has easily some of the best voice acting in the series. Kai, you are doing amazingly. And as well as that, Tringy is an absolutely amazing ship. I love them. I think their interactions together are really wholesome. And I see no reason why not to bring back Tristan. They are, alongside Benji, easily the fan favourite of Adventure Camp Season 4. Like, those two are both beloved. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. Why are they not there? Like, come on. I feel like Tristan was probably one of the safest bets for me, but they didn't come back. What the fuck, Odd Nation cartoons? I'm severely disappointed with that. But at least we got Benji. I'm happy about that. Moving on. I'm very glad Natalia's back for Season 5 because she was easily the most overshadowed character of Season 4. No matter what she was doing, no matter what she did, it always felt like she was in the shadow of another character, whether it be Isabel or Logan or Anastasia or just whatever. She's got to make at least merge, right? Like, there's no way she's going early in this one. Now look, I definitely get why Gabby's back here. I mean, she's pretty much the fan favourite of Season 1. Like, regardless of your opinion on her, you cannot deny that she is definitely one of the most beloved characters in the entire series. But on the other hand, Gabby is definitely one of the worst contestants to bring back for this season in terms of how the game affects them. Okay, I think I might have worded that a bit poorly. I think it's best summed up by this DM I had with Pixie. I hate to say it, but I do not want Gabby to come back.
Fair, I guess.
Like, I love Gabby, but Adventure Camp makes her so insufferable at times.
Wait, yeah.
Like, she's a good character in the wrong show.
I think I'm forgetting that, I hype characters up too much in my imagination.
Seriously, I hated Gabby in episodes 9 to 13 so much. She was so, yeah, pretty much TLDR. Gabby should not return. I do not need another season of her being really annoying, saying, oh my god, how could you vote me out? Or, oh my god, how could you vote Ellie out? Oh my god, I hate you. Fiore! I've seen some people argue that since she had quite a large role in Season 1, or she's been in both seasons, she does not need to return, and I completely disagree with that, because Fiore is interesting, you see, because she's a child, which means it's been 2 years, probably, since All-Stars, since we last saw her, so I'm wondering how the 2-year gap is going to affect her, you know? It wasn't that noticeable in All-Stars, I think she just got a bit taller, but I think it'd be interesting if they just maybe, like, made her voice deeper or made her more mature or something. It's going to be interesting. Now, first off, I want to start with saying I love Spencer. He's one of my favourite characters in Adventure Camp Season 4, but by no means is he a fan favourite at all. He is divisive at best. He is, like, one of the most, not universally hated, but he has one of the largest hate bases, if that makes sense, I've ever seen. The people who hate Spencer cannot stand his ass whatsoever. And also, I do need to address this, because this is, like, the main point to the video. People are like, oh my god, Spencer should not have returned. He was like, a main character in Season 1. And, like, no, not Season 1, Season 4. And, like, come on, dude. Just because someone's a prominent character in one season doesn't mean they can't also be a prominent character in the other. Do you know how many times Duncan merged? 4 times. And he's not even that good of a character. Like, I know he was a pretty significant character in Season 4, but for Season 5, he has so much potential for new interesting interactions with other characters. Namely Benji, because these two have the potential to be so funny together. Also Natalia as well. I feel like these two absolutely hate each other already. So it would be an interesting rivalry. You know who else he could interact with? That's right, Alec. A subtle transition into our next segment on Who Guessed? Alec. Now, when it comes to my opinions on Alec, it's kind of hard for me to form one. I think I need to rewatch All Stars because I don't really remember much he did this season. I remember what he did, but I can't really remember how, like, positively of a light it was portrayed in and how much I like him in All Stars. I know I love him in season 1, he was great there. I just forgot. I feel like his main contribution is just going to be more screen time with Fiore, right? That was something that was seriously lacking in All Stars. And I want to see how the dynamics shifted and developed now that they've, like, actually met up in real life. You know, not met up in real life. They already obviously did because, well, we're not living in a simulation. Maybe we are, I don't know. But, like, they, like, meet up, like, on a regular basis so Alec can, like, teach her. So it might be more of a sort of father-daughter duo. But as well as that, I kind of hope Isabel returns so Fiore can interact with her as well. You know, because, like, she lives at a nun school or whatever. I think it could be interesting. And now, oh boy, we get to Aiden. This is a pretty spicy one. I've heard a lot of people being like, this guy should not return. He's a bland screen hog. I hate him. Boo. That sounds awful. I hate it. But to be honest, I don't really mind him coming back that much. I've always liked him in All Stars in season 2, you know. He is probably going to be an early boot, but I do really like his dynamic with Lake, and I'm curious to see how much his dynamic with Rosa has changed. We know from the season 3 ending that they're close, but we haven't really seen them interact that much yet. And hey, who knows? There's a chance they might be able to tell a really new and interesting story with him. It's unlikely, but who knows? It could happen. Tom. Now, it absolutely blows my mind how Tom is not nearly as controversial as the next character, or well, the last character. And to me, that does not make sense, because he's an infinitely more baffling inclusion. Now, I do know Tom is a character who I've been saying I'm making a video on for a while, and I am, and it'll probably come out in September, hopefully. Here's a little sneak peek of that. He is absolute gutter trash, and I hope he drowns on his lifeguard job. Love heart emoji. But that's besides the point. What I want to say here is Tom should not be in this season at all. It's almost like he has a spin-off or something. Gee, I don't know. Maybe he's getting a second season that's coming out very soon. And he was also in All Stars in season 1. How many seasons is that? Oh yeah, 4. And I already know what you're going to say, but Scott, Tom Jake is only 4 episodes long. That's not nearly as long. Yeah, but Tom is like the main character in that. He is like objectively the main focus. At least in season 1 he is. I don't know if he's going to be as in focus as season 2. Maybe they'll lean in more to Jake. But like, come on. Now, I do not like the decision to bring Tom back. However, that does not mean Tom is automatically going to be a terrible character this season, like many are saying. Like, considering the fact that they didn't bring Jake back, if they didn't have some sort of story plan for Tom in this season, I don't think they would have brought him back. I don't know exactly what that's going to be, but if they were going to bring him back just to be an early boot, then why bring him back at all? That doesn't make much sense. Also, I just genuinely think Tom's a pretty good character in my opinion. Like, sure, I would have preferred if they brought Nick or Ashley back to give them some more, like, substance, you know, but, like, I like Tom. I don't have a problem with him being there, and I don't see what all the fuss is about, to be honest. Now, for some bizarre reason, Ali is by far the most controversial character of this cast, and I am very confused on this. I thought people would chill with Ali, but apparently people are saying she does not deserve fan favourite status at all. In fact, apparently, from what people are saying, she's incredibly hated. And no, I mean, I know Ali haters are quite vocal and loud, but I feel like she does have a lot of love out there, you know? If you don't believe me... Now, is she probably going to be an early boot? I mean, yeah, I don't really see her having... not a minor role and not like an insignificant role. I feel like she's going to make an impact on the season. I just don't really think... there's no way she makes merge, to be honest. I would be very happy if she made merge, but I don't see it. I see her being an early boot, but a lot of people are saying first boot or elimination fodder. Guys, Ali's not just going to be a background character. She's pretty important. That just goes for Aiden as well. People are like, okay, they're just going to be a background character who gets booted in the first episode. Like, no. they're gonna be important to the story in one way or another. Sure, they might not last long, but they're still gonna, they're not just gonna disappear. Hey, I've just realised that I failed to address the most important and a criticism I agree with. They should have brought Tess back. Yes, absolutely. I 100% agree with that. I feel like Tess not being here is very bizarre. Like, oh, what the hell, guys? I mean, I know Tess doesn't have nearly as many greetings, but I don't really think I've seen that many Tess haters. I feel like people at most think she's kind of boring, which, fair enough, I guess. But I mean, regardless, Ali is definitely a character I'm looking forward to seeing. I really want to see her interact with Benji. That's going to be interesting. But yeah, that was pretty much everything I wanted to say about this new cast. I do want to throw in a few bonuses real quick. So these were my initial predictions before they were revealed, and I gotta say, 6 out of 12 is not bad. These are some new dynamics I'm looking forward to see. This is how deserving I think everyone was of being in this season. This is my tier list of how excited I am to see them back. This is how much I wish a few of the contestants would be in, not all of them obviously, because that's a lot of people, but these are just the ones I thought were most important. And these are my predictions for this season. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't make this a longer segment. If I wasn't going to France and in such a rush to make this video, then this might have actually just been an entirely separate video, my predictions, but pause to see them. Here they are. Yeah, so yeah, that's basically it. Wait, why hasn't the video ended? God, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, this character is definitely going to be Isabel.